And welcome on into another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. I'm Terry, that's Nick, and we are ready to break down Monday sports. We have a few different things today. It's a small card when you look at it, one NFL game and four baseball games. But we have NHL preseason. There's 7 games today in NHL preseason. I'm not going to promise that we'll be covering NHL preseason every day. There may be days where we don't have picks or whatever, but I'm going to be capping it for the most part going forward through the preseason. So we will start with, we will start with looking at the record. So we'll look at how the show has been doing. Baseball best bets up over 10 units through the month of September so far, because we started this on September 2nd, the 1st, sorry. So up to over 10 units in best bets, almost 6 units in dog of the day. Nick is killing it, 9-4, up 8.7 units in baseball dogs. And then totals down a little bit, but not too far down there. When we look at football, it's been a bit of a rocky start here in week 2. We'll have the football standings for week 3 up after tonight, obviously. Pretty much even in best bets, down 3.5 units. Totals up 8.36 units in the totals for NFL. So we are rocking it. I am at the bottom of the pack. I did get my total yesterday, so that was awesome. But doing good there. College football, Tim and Nick are tied in over/under. But Nick, you are leading best bets and dog of the day in college football. Off to a great start. And then other sports, which will include NHL preseason. Currently, I'm in first, thanks to the Minnesota Wild win the other day. Nick, you're leading dog of the day, and Tim is slightly ahead in over/under in other sports. But over other sports, doing pretty well so far as well. So we'll start the show off by looking at preseason hockey. So as I said, there's 7 games today that we have. And I'll bring up the odds because we have seen a lot of line movement. So something to look at in the preseason is if you get any roster information the night before, bet it the night before. Don't wait till the next day because you're going to get burned. And that's exactly what happened to me last night. After seeing the Seattle's roster, I thought, I really like them at minus 113. And this morning, they're minus 175. Now minus 170. Seattle pretty much has a few of their top guys. Bjorkstrand, Matty Beniers. There won't be any Shane Wright in the lineup for Seattle today. But they will have Martin Jones starting. I don't know if that overly excites me, but Donato, Beniers, and Bjorkstrand, Burakovsky, who came over from Colorado, Wenberg and Donskoy, Tanev, Geeky, Froden, McCormick, Petman, and Melanson. So the bottom 2 pairs are kind of more prospect-filled. Top 2 lines have more NHLers. Schultz, Kepney, Evans, Larson, Jones, and Accord will be splitting the net. So I think it's a Seattle spot. Edmonton, I don't have their exact lineup up, but it's a bunch of AHLers, and none of their top guns are playing. So I think Tyson Barrie might be on the defense, but mostly prospects for Edmonton. And also Dallas. Dallas will have Ottinger and Anton Khudobin splitting in goal. I believe Jamie Benn is playing. I don't have the exact full lineup here, but Dallas also has more regular lineup players playing. Justin, what's up, Terry and Nick? Hit the like button. Thanks, much appreciated. And Cubano says Martin Beach Ball Jones. Yes. That is the only issue with backing Seattle. But the issue with backing Edmonton is they don't really have anybody special that is going to score for them. Jones might have a good game here. But the total is at 6. Something to look at. Melissa let me know actually yesterday. Unders in NHL preseason are 11-1. So for some reason, unders are hitting at a great pace so far. So that's something to look at as well. But overall, for me in NHL preseason, I have a 2-team parlay: Dallas Stars money line and Seattle Kraken money line for plus 157. And I also have a half unit on the Montreal Canadiens money line plus 108. They have their first overall pick playing today. Was playing today. Jake Allen and is playing in goal. And there were some other people, obviously, but I like Montreal in this spot. Nick, not sure if you've how much capping you've done in hockey so far, but if you've looked at anything, feel free to give it up.
Yeah, barely anything. I've been focusing a little bit more on football and baseball. I was looking at it a little bit. The only places I would really lean are Kraken -1 and Stars -1 at this point, but I'm not going to really be betting preseason hockey too much. If I do, it'd be a here and there, but I'm not looking to go dive deep into preseason hockey at the moment.
All right. We will go to baseball. We actually have a 4-game slate. These 4 games here. I didn't get to 3 of them, but I'll kind of explain why. Cincinnati Pittsburgh is an automatic pass for me. I'm not interested in laying money on Pittsburgh at minus 148. The Pittsburgh Pirates and Cincinnati. I don't trust them here. Pitching wise, Chase Anderson's been good lately. Contreras had been good before his previous start, so kind of a pass there, just automatic pass there for me. I think the Braves win the game, but that would be minus 245. They're minus 2.5 on the spread, which I'm not really interested in taking right now. The Braves have looked a lot better at earlier times in the year than they do now. So no real interest for me in the Braves. And then Yankees, Toronto. Yes, I am on the Blue Jays, backing Gosman here. He has been much better on the road, so I'm interested to see what he does here at home. But he has done pretty well in both of his games against the Yankees. 2 earned runs in the one game, and I believe 1 earned run or 0 in the other. He's played well against the Yankees this year. And the Yankees coming off the game last night, Sunday night game, there was a little bit of a rain delay, and then they called the game. Yankees had to travel here to Toronto. Toronto played in Tampa, so they did have to travel from Tampa, but obviously they played early on in the afternoon. So I think it's a good spot here for the Blue Jays. They need that wild card spot, the top one, for home field advantage. They're not winning this division, sadly. They would have to sweep the Yankees here, and then the Yankees, the number's at 2 to win the division. So I think, it's not mathematically impossible, but it's impossible, most likely.
Yeah, so they would have to lose basically every game the rest of the season.
Yeah. So Yankees, what do they have to play for? Well, they obviously want to clinch the division, but they pretty much know that's happening. And then Judge, we'll see what happens with Judge, but just Blue Jays money line for me. The last game, Baltimore-Boston. Lyles got smashed by Boston in his last game he faced against them. But I'm not interested in backing Siebold, that's for sure, or Boston off the Sunday night game. I could see it going over, but I could see Boston bats being sleepy after yesterday. But they just recently smashed Lyles, so I'm not sure what happens. There'll be a lean towards Baltimore in some fashion in the over, but I'm not getting to it. Nick, our packed slate of baseball. What do you think here?
Yeah, probably my favorite game of the day is the one you said was an automatic pass. I really like that Pittsburgh Cincinnati game. And I see a major pitching discrepancy for this game with between Rosie Contreras and Chase Anderson. I had this game lined around minus 200 for the Pirates, so I thought the Pirates should be an overwhelming favorite in this game. So I ended up taking them first five here on the money line at minus 140. I saw some value on that line there. And then the other game I only got to two baseball games tonight. I'm on the Blue Jays first five money line at minus 115. Uh, that Sunday night fade, I think, is a definitely good look here. And Severino hasn't pitched in a little bit. So this is a spot here where I can see the Blue Jays coming out and at least performing for the first five. So Blue Jays first five money line is where I'm at for that one.
All right. BetStamp, use code WILD and go to the referral section and put code WILD in. Even if you've already signed up, you can still use the referral code after signing up. In the referral code section. Make sure to do your line shopping. Find the best odds for whatever you are betting. It really does matter. We'll go on to Monday Night Football. The Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants here. You can find Dallas minus 105 to plus 105. The Giants are minus 110 to minus 120. Mostly minus one spreads, one minus 1.5. I see 38, 38 and a half, 39, and 39 and a half. So depending on what total you like, there's lots of options there across the different books. I am going to give out my plays here for this game. So if you are watching, obviously I do have my picks at Picks and Parlays and earlsportsbets.com. The link is in the description below. But today, I would recommend not buying my plays because I'm giving them all to you here today. So I'm just going to be honest about that because I don't want anyone to go and buy it because I am giving them out on the show today. I have two picks in this game. I'm taking the under, primetime unders. Both of Dallas's games have gone under. The Giants' first game went over, but it was very close it was 41. Obviously, the total is 39. I don't like either of these offenses. I think we're going to have a lower scoring game. So I am on the under. And I'm also taking the underdog on the road here, the Dallas Cowboys. They've won 4 of their last 5 in New York against the Giants. They've won 9 of their last 10 games against the Giants overall. Giants are 0-10 in their last 10 primetime games. And Jones is 0-8 in his career in primetime. So everything kind of just points me to the underdog Cowboys and the under. I think we're going to have a low-scoring Cowboys win. Maybe something like 17-10 or 17-13 or something like that. I see a lower-scoring game. Nick, your Giants home against the Cowboys. Can they go to 3-0?
Yeah, who had the final 3 undefeated teams being the Miami Dolphins, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the New York Giants, of course. Looking at this game, I'm going to ride with what I've been riding the entire season. I'm 7-2 doing it. The only time I've lost were by a hook and because of a fluky touchdown at the end because I got 40 on that Thursday night game, and that fluky touchdown took away my push. But looking at this game for me, I'm on the under 39. I see a low-scoring game. I'm projecting on 16-14 Giants is what I'm thinking. 16-13, 16-14, 17-14, something along those lines. A low-scoring game. And I'm not trusting Cooper Rush on the road. That's just not something I'm particularly interested in backing. Usually when it comes to backups, they have a good first game, and then usually the second game, for whatever reason, is just a dud. We saw that with Geno Smith to start the year. We saw that a little bit with Jimmy Garoppolo. I know he's not the backup, but he had the good first game and then a dud last night. We see this a lot. It doesn't take long to pick up a tendencies of a backup quarterback. They're backups for a reason. And I think that it's kind of interesting that, the Cowboys have dominated in the past against New York. And here you go. They're plus money. Here you go. I would lean towards the Giants in this game if I had to bet a side, but I'm on the under 39 in this game.
They're plus 100. It's not like they're plus 150 or something. And the Giants have started out 2-0. And people are going to be like, oh, like people are going to see the Giants. And me and Nick have already talked about this earlier today. I kind of like the Giants. If I had to pick a team to win the division, I definitely don't want the Eagles. The Commanders are crap. I don't care what anybody says, but they're garbage. And I don't really care for the Cowboys, but I'm backing them in this spot because of their history against the Giants. And I do like the Giants, and I want them to win the division, but I just don't think this is the spot for them against this team. But we'll see what happens. Saquon receiving yards over. Probably a good play. And Daniel Jones over half an interception. Minus 124 is Justin's best bet. Yeah, I could see it for sure. Turnsey is on Giants money line.
I like it.
Best of luck, Turnsey. I was initially leaning that way originally, but the stats, I just have to go with the Cowboys. We will go to the best bet segment. Shorter show today. Obviously, not very many games on today, but we'll go to the best bet segment, and we're all on the same play here in the total. New York Giants and Dallas under 39.5. All three of us like it. But NFL totals have been good, so hopefully it keeps on going. Dog of the day. I could go with Dallas, but I'm going to go with some NHL preseason. Give me Montreal Canadiens plus 108. I bet you that their first overall pick does something tonight. He's going to have at least a point in some fashion. Sadly, no player props in preseason, but that's to be understood. But Tim is going with Baltimore Orioles plus 116. Nick, no dog for you today?
I have such a small card, and I don't have any players or any teams that are plus money.
For sure. Justin likes Baltimore plus 114 as his dog. And then going on to best bet. If I hadn't gotten rid of the parlay rule, I would be choosing my NHL preseason parlay. But my best single bet is the Blue Jays money line minus 115. Nick, you're going Pittsburgh Pirates first 5 money line minus 143. And Tim is going Blue Jays minus 1.5 plus 184 for his best bet today. Heard you are doing a betcast opening. No, Cubano, no. I originally said when we get to 500 subscribers that we would do some kind of betcast, and we're like 111 away, so not too far away. But today's hockey show will be the Buffalo Sabres. We'll be talking about them in about 40 minutes, so make sure to tune into that. And for the rest of the NHL shows, I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go. So make sure to tune into the schedule. I think we'll do the Detroit Red Wings tomorrow at 4. And then obviously no hockey show Wednesday. And then I may have the rest of them kind of debut, not live. We may record them and they may just debut. So make sure to tune in the channel as we finish the Atlantic Division previews. But if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the content, smash the like button. We appreciate all the support. And we'll see you again tomorrow for another episode. Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. Best of luck. Have a good one, guys.